From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. I'm D-Ray Knight. This is what's going on. Rapid City fire crews responded to a grass fire on Neptune Drive Monday afternoon that resulted in some evacuations. The fire, reported around noon, burned approximately 2 to 3 acres, according to fire spokeswoman Tessa Yeager. A handful of homes in the path of the fire were evacuated, and Brendan Medina with Rapid City Police Department says all homes were saved by the quick work of the firefighters. No injuries were reported, and there was no immediate word on the cause of the fire. The public was asked for their opinion on new public school social studies standards. Amy Rose has more.
The South Dakota Board of Education Standards held a hearing in Aberdeen Monday to get public input on the proposed social studies standards for K through 12 schools, where more than 86% of public comments were in opposition. Shannon Malone with the Department of Education says of 707 public comments received online, there were just 67 proponents and 615 opponents. She says 25 of those were neutral. Both the South Dakota Education Association, which represents teachers and other educators, and the school administrators of South Dakota publicly opposed the proposal.
The Rapid City Police Department is seeking the public's help in identifying a man involved in a robbery that occurred late Sunday afternoon. Police were dispatched shortly before 4 p.m. to 2730 West Main Street for a report of a robbery that had just taken place at the casino. The suspect, who brandished a firearm, took an undisclosed amount of cash and fled out the rear entrance of the business, running north on Whitewood Street. Video acquired from the casino shows the suspect wearing red shoes, khaki pants, a gray hoodie, and a dark-colored bandana. In national and international news, here's the latest on the war in Ukraine. The Kremlin says there are no prospects for a negotiated end to the war in Ukraine and is giving its blessing to efforts to swiftly bring regions, already captured, under Russia's complete control. The remarks Tuesday from allies of Russian President Vladimir Putin signal that Moscow may be setting the stage to escalate the conflict if a Ukrainian counteroffensive continues to gain ground. Former President Dmitry Medvedev, who sits with Putin on Russia's Security Council, said that folding the separatist Luhansk and Donetsk regions of eastern Ukraine into Russia itself would make their redrawn frontiers irreversible and enable Moscow to use any means to defend them. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin had strong words for the U.S. Amy Rose has the details.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has blasted what he described as the U.S. efforts to preserve its global domination. Putin says that they are doomed to fail. The Russian leader was speaking Tuesday while receiving credentials from foreign ambassadors to Moscow. Putin said the objective development toward a multipolar world faces resistance of those who try to preserve their leadership in global affairs and control everything. He added that the leader has succeeded in doing so for quite a long time, but it can't go on forever, regardless of the developments in Ukraine. Putin has repeatedly cast his decision to send troops into Ukraine as a response to alleged Western encroachment on Russia's vital security interests.
A Texas sheriff has opened a criminal investigation into 2 flights of migrants sent to Martha's Vineyard by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. But Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar on Monday did not say what laws may have been broken in putting 48 Venezuelans on private planes last week from San Antonio. The elected Democratic sheriff says investigators had so far only spoken to attorneys representing some of the migrants and did not name any potential suspects who might face charges. DeSantis' office responded with a statement that said the migrants had been given more options to succeed in Massachusetts. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Sunny, breezy, and nice with a high of 77. Low tonight, 48. And that was your Daily Slice for Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D-Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D-Ray Knight. Have a great day.